here from Create in Spain with another Shortcuts a Lot Bites video. Trying to get these videos as short as I can, but please bear with me, some subjects are not so easily coped with in a very short video. So today what I want to show you is tracing by colour, and I will do a separate video on the cut by colour if your machine supports that with Shortcuts a Lot. If you want to do a cut by colour with Shortcuts a Lot, you do need the Pro version. It's not available in the other version, so I apologise for that. There's nothing that I can do about that to help you out, I'm afraid. But my take on software is, if you've paid hundreds for your machine and your software can make it easier for you to use it, then save up for decent software upgrades rather than buying materials which you're going to not use and they're going to stay in your craft room. And we have all been guilty of that. I want to do a trace of an image that I've got on my computer. It isn't one that would be normally that easy to do by a standard trace. It has a graduation in the background. There's several different modes of tracing. You can go for monochrome, you can go for color layers, you can go for single color. Now the obvious choice you'd think would be to go for color layers. On an image like this, don't. Just don't. It doesn't work as well as I would like. It's a bit clunky and it's much easier to do it by single color. Now you do want to have your despeckle on. That will save you getting lots of little itsy bits cutting that don't need to be there. You don't want to have blackout on. If you want to add an image layer, that's up to you, but we're not doing print and cut, so you don't actually need to. Oh, prompt to continue tracing, you definitely want to have that one checked. Depending on the image and what you're going to do with it, it can be very handy to have that checked, just so that you don't click off of it before you're ready. So with single color, you need to click in this square here and pick up your color. Now, as you can see, I've already got something selected. This is the white part. Now, this is really an exception to the continue tracing because white is a pain in that it's not really going to show up when I've actually done the trace, but you'll see what I mean. It's there, the cut lines will be there. So I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to click no, I don't want to continue tracing. As you see, you don't actually see anything. So what you want to do is to go over to the color wheel here and you want to put an outline on it so that you can see it. And you can put a different fill color in if you want, or you can just keep it on white. But at least you can see the pieces now. So I want to go back to my trace, choose my image, go back to the same image. There we go. I can go to another color and click on that. Click OK. Continue tracing. Yep. I want to click on the box again and I want to get the brown for the antlers. Click on OK. Continue tracing. Black for the eyes. No, I didn't click on the box. Dear. There we go. Got that. Continue tracing. Don't think I did the red yet. You've always got to go back to the box, okay? And get that. Continue tracing. So I've done the brown, I've done the white, I've done the red, I did the eyes, so I've just got the body. I always forget to click that square. Okay. And now I click on no because I finished and I've got everything that I need there. So I'm going to select all of that, move it down. So I've got all my cut lines here. Now if I go to view and I show outlines only, you can see exactly what I have. And so I don't have lots of nasty little fuzzy bits going around at all. Okay. Now, what I want to do is to copy that, paste it, and move it out the way. like so. There we go. And what I'm going to do on this, I'm going to do an effects, I'm going to do a shadow layer. Move this out of the way so it doesn't come on there. And I want it to be a blackout shadow. And I want it to be the outline only. And I do want it to be in a different colour. Let me put it into red. There we go. And now I have this. Now it's picked up this little gap around the chin. So if I break that apart, can I get rid of it? No, I can't get rid of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get my knife tool, slice just there, pick up this bit and remove it. So I have an outer shape. So this is going to be a realistic outside shape for that. So if I do want to cut, for example, cutting a card front and putting pieces in like a jigsaw puzzle, that will give me the cut line to do it. If I want to do a vinyl piecing or something like that in different layers, if I wanted to do a whole, maybe I was going to do a print on a piece of vinyl or something like that with another part of the design, I would have that shape that I know this is where my Rudolph is going to be, and I can line up all the bits. Now with this particular bit here, what I want to do is go to my library and pick up a shape. I'm just going to use this one, make it smaller like that. I'm going to change the colour to something very obvious. And do that like that. Oops. It should have put a fill on it, and it hasn't put a fill on. Why has it not put a fill on there? Oh, hang on. I've got it view outlines only. Ah, right. Okay, so object, duplicate. I want to make 2 of these, and I want to space them apart a bit. So horizontal spacing goes like so. Group the duplicate, yeah, okay. So these are going to be basically registration marks which will allow you to put everything in place, in the correct place, if you're doing a vinyl cut. So you can select all your red bits, your brown bits, your whatever, and cut them in place, or you can switch things off. Object, hide. Then you can go through this and you can choose which bits you're going to cut out at any one time. So that is how you would do it. Assuming that you wanted to cut them in place. If you don't need to cut them in place, if you're doing a paper jigsaw and you don't need to cut them in place, then you can take them apart and just cut them as you wish. All right, not a problem. But that's how you get your various bits to cut by colour. Now, you don't have to take everything out and regroup it and all the rest of it. If you want to, what you can do is just duplicate this and then take the colours out that you don't want, so that you know you got exactly what you do want there. You don't have to very carefully take one colour out each time. So you just sort of do a copy and a paste. You can do a right click to do copy and paste, and then just take your arrow on your computer and move it out of the way, and you can choose what it is you're going to cut. You just take everything apart, and then you can remove bits that you don't want. Okay, and you can choose what it is you're going to cut.